we wrap up our celebration of Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, we want to take a closer look at who exactly is considered Asian American. People who come from this region of the globe, which includes Iran, Iraq, and Israel, are from West Asia geographically. But as CBS 8's Neda Iranpour explains, there is still much debate and confusion over who is celebrated during AAPI month.
The country of Iran is on the Asian continent, but no one here would ever say we're Asian. I've never said that. Both my parents are from Iran. So what are we? We came to the Iranian School of San Diego to look into this. Language keeps people connected. By learning to read, write, and speak Farsi, many of these kids can stay in touch with their relatives in Iran.
It's like a great language.
Also being together at the Iranian School of San Diego gives them a sense of community.
The fun part is the recess.
As these kids test their reading skills.
Kitab.
What does that mean?
Book.
Good job. They test mine too.
Danish Muz.
Danish Amuz. So a student, right? All of these students, or as we'd say in Farsi, Danish Amuz Ha, spend several hours every Sunday morning at Mount Carmel High. About 200 students ages 5 and up. Has anyone been to Iran? Yazdabar, you've been to Iran? Nikon tells me he's been to Iran 11 times. I've never been, so tell me.
You haven't? Their food is really good.
These kids were beaming with pride, talking about a country thousands of miles away that they really connect with.
It's a great country. It's really fun. There's a lot of culture. There's a lot of art.
What do you love about? Which then leads me to the question, what do they say when people ask, where are you from?
I tell people I'm from Iran. Some people don't necessarily know where Iran is or don't understand what Iran is.
Even though Iran is on the Asian continent, no one says they're Asian. But if they must be labeled by region, there's been a push to be considered Southwest Asian or North African. Some would say those would be more geographically correct, modern descriptions compared to being called Middle Eastern.
This is derogatory and also is colonial, because east of what? West of what? Middle East of where, you know?
The principal here, Ali Saad, is also the founder of Paik magazine, researching and writing about Iranians in America. During the Iranian Revolution, many families left their home in the late 1970s, including mine. And that's when on forms like the census, the government would recognize people from Iran and other surrounding countries as white.
If I go somewhere and say I'm white, they're going to laugh at me. Like if I go and say I'm tall, they're going to laugh at me. Probably I'm tall in Iran, but here I'm not considered tall.
We were all lumped into the so-called white majority. But if you ask anyone from that region, most will say they didn't feel like part of the majority.
So we started convincing people to say other and then Iranian American.
But as Saad points out, by marking other on the census, we still won't really know how many Iranians or others from that region are here in America. But the ones who are here are working hard to assimilate while also cherishing their culture.
We get to show off our culture, all the different regions that Iran has.
For me, it's very emotional because I started learning it there and started performing it in Iran.
Sharing this form of art in the U.S. now is a privilege.
For the last almost 30 years living in the United States, I've been so happy that we have this privilege.
Because while many hope to be counted in this country, that certainly won't stop them from proudly leaving their mark. And on a personal note, I did struggle with a bit of an identity crisis growing up. Who I was in school was different than at home. As I got older, I learned to appreciate the many layers of my identity. I look back so grateful for the hours spent with my family having tea or chai, being reminded to speak only Farsi in the house, and dancing at every party we went to. I enjoyed the best home-cooked meals and celebrated all of our holidays and traditions. And I hope to share the same customs with the next generation.
Are we going to be on TV?
I think you will be.
A lot of kids, when they see themselves or they see their parents or they see their relatives on TV, that kind of motivates them. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with me. I can be part of this group and creating this strong community. And that having a strong community is really good for the kids. that gives them that sense of belonging and sense of identity. So I appreciate your help.
Why is it important to be here?
It's important to be here because my parents said so. I have no idea why.
For CBS 8, I'm Neda Iranpour.